Alright, hello and welcome to I Call Game 21. This is episode 4. We're going to be talking about the new waves of hoops. And when I say that, we're talking about the new waves of basketball and how it's been taking us. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the up and coming leagues such as the Overtime Elite, aka the OTE. First off, the Overtime Elite was created by the social media empire, and they've been just taken off ever since they've stepped into the game. That's Overtime, of course, and they've been well known for posting about high school sports and basketball and things and whatnot of that nature. But the commissioner and president of the league is Aaron Ryan, who worked for the NBA for 22 years, and the head of basketball of operations is Brandon Williams, a former NBA player who also worked in a couple NBA front offices as well. The head director of player development is Kevin Ollie, who was a national champion as a coach for UConn back when they had Kemba Walker, and they went on that crazy run. And this Overtime Elite situation is kind of a little insane. I mean, it's definitely something we haven't seen in a while. So currently, according to the Overtime Elite's website, Overtime, the brand, recently announced they raised $80 million in Series C funding from top VC firms, industry leaders, and athletes, including Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, Drake, world famous rapper, and it said also in 25 plus NBA stars, including Trae Young, Devin Booker, and Pau Gasol. I mean, that's some good company if you want to talk about some right there. But Overtime Elite will also provide an education for all of their players, since the league ranges from 16 to 19-year-olds pretty much. And so it's mostly juniors and seniors, and then postgraduate athletes. Their main focus is to help get these athletes a high school diploma, as well as helping them advance in financial literacy, social media training. It's like, don't be posting dumb stuff. Take care of your social media, because whatever you post, somebody will be able to find it. It's going to come back to haunt you, whether it's good or bad. And then advocacy and business of basketball. So, I mean, I think what they got going on right now in the Overtime Elite was a really good opportunity for these young players. And we're going to take a deep dive into how what each player receives and what they'll be getting since they are leaving high school. And we'll be right back with that. Alright, we're back. We're talking about Overtime Elite, this league that's been kind of taken over by storm. So each Overtime Elite player receives a full health care coverage along with a disability insurance, which provides a financial protection if they get injured, which ceases their ability to go on and play professionally. All Overtime Elite players receive payments up to $100,000 for college tuition if they decide not to pursue a college or professional basketball career, which is kind of interesting now that the college athletes have the NIL law, which is they can make money off their name, image, and likeness. So I'm curious to see if these players could play this Overtime Elite league and then transfer and go into college then after and use this. I wonder if they could accept a scholarship and then once again use that money from Overtime Elite to help pay off any other additional fees that go along with college. So I think right now what Overtime Elite's doing with this young and up-and-coming program is really good. On top of the $100,000 scholarship for college, each athlete is guaranteed a minimum salary, get this, of $100,000. I mean, these are 16 to 19-year-olds making this amount of money just for putting a basketball on a hoop. I mean, don't get me wrong, the entertainment side of it, but I mean, these kids are getting an education. They have a room and board, and they're also getting up to $100,000 scholarship for college, pretty much. I mean, what more could you ask for? This is why, and I love what Overtime is doing with this program. Because I mean, they're pushing the incentive that we don't want you to get out of high school because they're still learning, but they're also getting paid, and then they also have a scholarship for college, so they're setting them up whether they'd like to continue into basketball or whether they not like to. And players can also earn bonuses, and they also can earn shares of equity in the Overtime's company, which is, I mean, it's became a massive social media empire, and I think that any chance they can get any to dabble in with that would be huge. Players also retain the right to sign sponsorships with sneaker companies such as like Adidas, Nike, Puma, and Under Armour. I know Prep Star, a prep school, which is kind of new to me. I'm not really sure how this prep school works. Mikey Williams just signed a huge contract to Puma, and yeah, I mean these high schoolers are kind of just living the luxury life now lately. I mean, and that's gonna move us into our next segment. So, who on earth do these even entitled high schoolers play even? Well, there are actually 3 teams in Overtime Elite League. Team Overtime, coached by Ryan Gomez. And Gomez actually had a 10-year NBA career, 11-year NBA career, and he was drafted by the Celtics. He was on the 2005 All-Rookie team, so I mean, Gomez is just one of those guys that you'd like to see. I mean, he's giving back to the youth, and I'm sure he's getting a nice check as well. But the second team is Team OTE, and that's coached by Tim Fanning. Fanning is a former professional basketball coach now. He actually coached overseas. And then for the other team, we got Team Elite, and they're coached by Danny Leto. And Leto is actually a Division I college basketball coach. He coached at DePaul University, and he's also a former UConn assistant coach. I think that kind of where that Kevin Ollie connection comes in. But these 3 teams play against each other, and then prep schools across the globe. For each prep challenge, if you'd say, is a win is worth 1 point, so that's against all the prep schools. And then each league series win is so that'd be against Overtime Elite, Overtime, and then Team Elite. Those games are worth 2 points, and teams can earn points by winning takeover events, and which is such as like a 3-point contest or dunk contest and other sort of events that they host. Currently, Team Overtime is in first place, and they have a 10-0 record with 12 points overall. And I just really think it's a kind of interesting format, and I think it's kind of good, though, to change things up once in a while. Secondly, I think this league is interesting because I think it's only going to gain popularity. I mean, with the social media empire and how it's been growing, I mean, look at Overtime, how it's just grown over the past couple of years. But on the flip side, there's been other leagues that have tried similar things like this, such as the Junior Basketball Association that was started by LeVar Ball, and I'm sure we've all heard about LeVar Ball and what his sons have done, like LaMelo and Lonzo Ball, who are in the NBA. And but yeah, I mean, in 2017, the Junior Basketball Association was started and had 1 season and it was done after that due to lack of popularity and funding. However, I think Overtime Elite is totally different and a different even level in conversation than the JBA. I think it's a lot more likable since the players are being paid well, receiving an education, they're being compensated with insurance and whatnot. I think the Overtime Elite's new league is going to be maybe a start of the new wave of hoops, maybe? How is high school and college basketball going to be affected by this in the future? I just have so many questions about this up-and-coming league, and I think Overtime Elite is here to stay. So if you don't like it, learn to like it, and if you like it, spread the word. I think we should get the name out there. Overtime Elite is going to be awesome, and it's going to be absolutely elite, and I'm excited to see how this league is going to grow. This was episode 5 of I Call Game 21. Oh, episode 4, of I Call Game 21, the new wave of hoops. Thank you for listening.